for fixing it with us as well. I'm not saying that you guys got to fix it and we sit back, you know, with the nanny state and let the nanny state mentality. No. I'm saying we together collaborate together as one team to resolve this for once and for all, and to move the evolution of the planet instead of from, you know, being 100 years behind in all sorts of ways, not only like with technologies, but also in all sorts of areas to bring us into where we should have been, which is 5,000 years from where we are today. So, and Kim said, well, you see star brothers as I do, not some people to pray to, exactly, to learn from, and they all have karma here too, exactly. We are all on equal footing here, and
none of us can escape our karma or responsibility, basically. So it starts from our level all the way up.
So that's why I'm requiring you guys to step in with us and start collaborating, co-creating, and co-working with us to resolve this situation here on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And for the technology that has been suppressed to come to the light. Not only to come to the light, to start being used. You know, that's the key, is all the free energy technologies, everything that we have, to now have free availability of it, to use it, because that's going to help us turn this whole thing around.
Right.
So that's one of the other things that we can put into the container. I knew there was more things that we could put into the container, you know, that I think, that to me is really exciting. And one of the things I wanted to mention is like Dan, our friend Dan, that actually, it was really interesting because I had this conversation the first time I met him, and I said, you know, at this point, I'm requiring. And it's so funny because he is like Alex Collier in a way. He definitely has his ET connection that he talks to. And I told him, I said, if I was queen of this planet, like I'm queen of my home planet, I would be actually requiring, you know, that you guys clean up the mess. You know, help us clean up this mess. You know, because it's partially due to your responsibility as well. And I know I've been sensing like a real upliftment, a real change since I've not made a request, I've made a requirement of it. So it's interesting how when we stand in our power, that's the last thing I'll share about, you know, to put into the quantum container that we've co-created here between the three of us, is to actually stand in our power and stand to require to have these things happen, and they will. You know, so it's pretty amazing how when we come together and we speak, you know, in a benevolent way with our power, how it influences reality and how it starts shifting and changing it.
It does nearly instantly. I mean, I'm doing these rain dances, and within a few hours, I'm seeing changes where
before it was days or weeks.
It would take days or weeks, and now it's just hours.
Which is awesome. It's awesome.
In some cases, you know, an hour or less. You know, the wind shifts. I'm out there turning the stick, and
and like a few hours later, we have huge. We brought in, Chris and I both brought in a huge storm. It was Tuesday when we went. It was Monday or Tuesday. We went on a big shopping trip, and on the way back, we were getting like huge amounts of rain pouring on us.
The wipers on high, and you still couldn't see. And the rain was just bouncing off the roads, and
it was awesome.
It was the heaviest rain I'd seen in a long time.
And then we brought it right into Shasta, like that night after we got home, and we were putting all the groceries away, and I was cooking. Chris ran out to the car, and he got a downpour on him. It was awesome.
And then it paused for a while, and then later.
That
night and into the next morning, it rained some more.
And ever since then, it's like they were supposed to be 100-degree weather for a whole 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, we've brought it.
And we brought it way down to a manageable degree.
It's been in the mid-70s, 80,
like it should be here. You know, it's like we're getting big, huge, puffy clouds. And tonight we're going to have another storm, lots of water
Scattered
coming in.
thunderstorms around midnight.
So that's what we're doing, is that's our contribution to this community, is to bring in the rain, and we're going to do it all summer long till September, till October. We're going to keep on bringing the water. And going against their geoengineering little game.
Or at the very least, cooling it way down.
Yeah.
Even when it doesn't rain, it's 25 degrees cooler.
Right.
So we're not getting this dry bake oven effect.
Which is what they want,
That's part of the geoengineering effect. And
right.
This high pressure zone corridor they have right off the coast it's ocean based HARP technology.
Right.
So we're anti that. We're putting like binding spells on that stuff, and really it is about stepping into your power and
it is
realizing you're in the command chair.
Yep.
We're all in the command chair of what we want to see and what we want to bring.
Yeah, and what we want to create, and have it.
What kind of change we want to see
expressed to us by nature, So I want to create a rainy summer. I want to create the opposite of what they want to create. And I want to create a very, very snowy winter for us here. So that we can replenish this supposed drought. This drought that they've synthetically created, truly.
It's abuse of power and it's abuse of technology that has been withheld from us, and that they are using to repress us and to be above us and to lord that over us. So this whole hierarchical thinking, this hierarchical thinking, has just got to go the way of
So this is what I want to add. Actually, one more thing I want to add to the container is for all of us shamans to come together in the quantum field and start
and have a powwow.
No.
Yeah.
And start changing the ecology on the planet, and when we call it on command for it to rain, to sustain the planet, to do it, to do it, and so I'm calling all the shamans that are in the the Aborigine shamans and all the other shamans, I'm calling them to action. Shamans. Yeah, all of them to come to the quantum container and put in their power.
We got to go full time. What I keep seeing is you can't really rest too much, because they'll get in, they'll weasel their way into any cracks, any pauses, any time we rest. That's like a hole in the auric field of the collective.
Right.
So we're constantly got to be pushing that pink white.
Well, that's
bubble
what I'm
out.
saying is if all us shamans come together. And we bring it into the container and we work together as a team in the container, we can definitely change the weather patterns on the planet. Right. We can actually, create a sustainable, environment as opposed to this synthetic environment.
We can counteract even their billion-trillion-dollar technology just
that's
with
right.
our thoughts.
Oh, totally, we can. That's how powerful we are. So that's what I'm wanting to put forth here in this radio show, is to realize that they're multi-gazillion technology doesn't even compare to the power we have within us.
It doesn't matter if you're an empty, spiritually bankrupt, nothing entity running that technology. I don't care if it costs $1 gajillion.
Right.
It's going to fail against an organic, upward, collectivist,
right,
collaborative.
Yes, we can even affect the ley lines. That's right, Kim. We affect everything. That's the thing that I think we finally are coming to. It's rising within us to awaken to the, And on that note, I gotta play this for you guys because this is so cool.
when it arrives, it will shake the universe. Emperor! We come for you!
I couldn't have said it better. Emperor, we come for you. The emperors are the ones that own the corporations. So that's what's coming towards you. So I thought that was pretty cool to play for everybody. So now what I'd like to do is is we're going to actually close the container. Thank all the divas, all the ETs, all the beings that are here with us. I do feel their support and I feel their power and them cheering us and empowering us on. And we're going to ask that this container remain, in a sense, you know, we need to close it obviously in order for it to bear the fruits and see the fruits that it's going to bear. So I want everybody that's listening to this radio show and everybody that participated in it to keep that in mind in terms of giving us feedback and letting us know what you experienced in the next few days, in the next few weeks. So I want to thank all of our divas, spirit, ET brothers and sisters, all our Starseed family, everybody that participated in this container. I want to thank you for enlightening us and inspiring us with the different components that were necessary to create this container so that we can change the paradigm on planet Earth. So I love that Dune thing that I play for people because it's like the sleepers are all the humans that need to awaken and realize that they are powerful beyond, and that's what they're most afraid of. You see, is that they're afraid that you're going to discover that you have more powers within you than any of their technological, little games and little, junkets that they create. We're far more powerful than that. And that's what they've been keeping hidden from us. So with that, I just closed the container. I want to thank Chris. I want to thank Kim.
Yeah. It's been nice.
And we're going to close the show here pretty soon. Is there anything else you want to say? Or
yeah, we were going to follow this up with a sort of coven mindset collective thing with Nicole and Kim.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, and Amber. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. So we're definitely going to do that. And is it your birthday today, Miss Kimmy? If it is, happy birthday. I think it is.
Happy birthday, Kimmy.
And just remember that water moves, it's actually energetically, it moves energy.
It's completely yielding and programmable to our whims
Monday.
And wills.
Okay, cool. So we're going to do this on Monday with Kim.
Okay.
And hopefully I'll get Nicole. I'm sure I can get Nicole and Amber wrapped in, and we'll do...
Anyone else?
Yeah, and anybody else that wants to participate with us, get a hold of us.
And the more the merrier, and the
more,
the
more of us that actually...
The more powerful it is.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But even with us 5, it should be quite powerful and be expansive with that. And
yeah. So I just had our ET friends communicating with us.
Thank you very much.
And here's one thing that I'll leave it with, which is Yoda.
For my ally is the Force, and the powerful all it is. Life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and guides us. Luminous beings, though, not this crude matter.
So there he is telling us exactly what I said.
Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter.
Right. So shutting down Jade Helm, absolutely.
Yep.
And this holographic crazy